Now on 12 News at 5, pet vet shortage. A staffing shortage at local veterinary clinics is making it difficult for some pet owners to schedule appointments or even find a doctor who's accepting new patients.
This shortage of workers in the vet industry may mean your pet will wait longer or go without the critical care it needs. Target 12 consumer reporter Gina Marini is here now with what you need to know.
If you're a pet parent, you know the importance of having a veterinarian there when you need them most. But like most industries, the pandemic is changing the veterinary field, adding another layer of stress to an already fragile industry. Pets can make our lives whole. And for some reason, the pandemic created that need even more when thousands of Americans hunkered down and stayed home. Data shows shelter adoptions in Rhode Island have ticked up in recent years, from just over 5,400 in 2017 to more than 9,500 in 2020. Brad Shear from the Potter League for Animals says most pets who went to new homes during the pandemic came from places outside of shelters.
What we did seem to see is an increase in pet acquisition overall, but a larger percentage of those pets were coming from breeders, pet stores, or other sources other than shelters and rescues. There appears to have been an overall increase in the number of people who have pets, and when you first get a pet, thankfully people want to get their pet seen by a veterinarian. We were very stressed.
That's exactly what Jake Levin and his wife Sarah did when they adopted Ginny from a New York shelter this past August. But Levin says trying to find a veterinarian was stressful.
The first two just were not taking new patients. They were maxed out. One of them specifically told us due to the pandemic they had had such an increase in animals they were seeing and taking care of. The other two were able to get us appointments, but it wasn't for weeks out.
That's because everyone I spoke with says there's a shortage of people in the industry. As of the beginning of October, the American Veterinary Medical Association had a little more than 4,600 job listings nationwide on its site.
We were already seeing a shortage, but then during the pandemic, the demand for veterinary care just exploded.
12 News has learned of at least one clinic that has closed its doors because of the pandemic, but it's unclear if a staffing shortage is the cause. We've reached out several times, but have not heard back yet.
It is hands down the most difficult time I've ever had as a doctor.
Dr. Catherine Lund tells me most practices have seen upwards of a 15 to 20% client increase from 2019.
We lost a lot of individuals because of pandemic issues. You know, that's either child care, stress, burnout, numerous reasons they left the field.
Who's a good girl? According to an AVMA journal, compared to other medical professions, vet techs have one of the highest turnover rates, and veterinarians' turnover rate is doubled compared to other doctors. Lund and Shear both say the pandemic changed how clinics were able to operate, which also caused more strain. Coming up at 6, we'll break down what clinics are doing to mitigate the situation and what you can do to prevent an emergency situation and long wait times. Gina Marini, 12 News.
Now to a 12 News exclusive, pet vet shortage. We told you at 5, the veterinary industry is being affected by a staffing shortage.
New at 6, 12 News consumer reporter Gina Marini explains how the only 24-hour emergency clinic in Rhode Island is faring during the shortage and what some say the solution could be to help this staffing problem. Gina?
Everyone I spoke with says there's not a clear answer to solve the worker shortage, but they all say preventative care is one piece that can really help. 12 News has learned there's a shortage of people in the veterinary industry. An uptick in need for care, coupled with not enough staff on hand to see patients, is creating problems for some pet owners.
These people are frequently forced to call like 8 or 9 or 10 practices to try to find somebody who can take them in.
Co-owner of the only 24-hour emergency animal hospital in Rhode Island, Dr. Justine Johnson says they're also feeling the effects.
Turning patients away has been emotionally hard. We're working hard not to end up at a place that can't see the life-threatening problems.
Johnson says wait times in some cases have nearly doubled since the pandemic hit.
3 hours is average right now, but we definitely have had 6 to 8 hour waits.
Johnson says preventative measures are key to avoiding an emergency and long wait times. Here are some ways to keep your pet healthy and safe. Johnson says to be aware of pet dangers, especially foods or plants that make your pet sick, and urges to keep those items out of reach. She says to secure the trash so animals can't access foreign objects, and to keep dogs leashed both on roads and around other dogs. If your pet is in need of care, the doctors I spoke with say don't wait, call your vet. If you're turned away, Johnson says call around to find availability at another clinic. Regular wellness visits and establishing a relationship with a veterinarian is also recommended.
When it comes to an urgent need for your pet, veterinarians are much more likely to squeeze in an animal that has been a client and that they know.
Dr. Christopher Hannafin says Rhode Island's current Veterinary Practice Act doesn't require veterinary technicians to be licensed. But by adjusting the law and giving more responsibility to technicians, he says it could create a better work environment for everyone.
And if technicians can do more legally and properly, then the veterinarian is freed up to do more. It leads to a better veterinary team, more quality of services, and more productivity.
At this time, the Department of Health says there's no plans to license vet techs at the state level.
An emergency situation can be unnerving, but those in the industry ask for patience, kindness, and an understanding during this difficult time. Gina Marini, 12 News.